Good morning, my name is Frank Lake and I'm here from TIDES Incorporated. We're here supporting the TIDES show. We brought our medical equipment that we would put in an expeditionary hospital or field hospital. More of a clinic-based or level 1 care versus a full robust hospital with surgical capabilities and ER and stuff. This is basically just enough to treat simple wounds, car accidents, broken bones, puncture wounds, not the robust surgical needs. In here we do have those capabilities, they can put those on, but we brought the small tent with a small tent medical configuration. We brought our training mannequin also, the tall man here, that does level 1 training. So for your layman medical provider, you could give them a first aid class on him using this mannequin, and then go put them in the field to treat car accidents, bullet wounds, and blast injuries and such in the field. That's why we practice on mannequins, or we used to practice on live tissue, on swine models. Not cadavers, it's one of those. So, and the metal on all of the limbs go to halfway down the limb. So that, you're not going to break this. We actually have where you can park a Humvee right here on this guy. If you open up his cage in here, you can feel right under here. See that metal cage?
Yes. Wow.
See, all the actual brains that runs everything is inside here, right? But there's that metal cage right here. There's another one right there, but we just don't like. It's not as big or as robust as this one.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jason Southworth, and I'm the Governmental Military Support Manager for Stik out of St. Augustine, and I'm here with Hannah Murray.
Hello, I do channel management and sales and marketing support.
And we are part of the business development team with Stik based out of St. Augustine. What we do is we produce systems that actually provide a solution to an application in an austere or rugged environment when it is most needed, when you flip the switch for power to come out and to provide power to your system. Basically what we do, we're agnostic about the power. What we do is manage power and store power in a rugged solution for that particular user. The system that you see behind us is a 3 kilowatt system that was actually designed for PMMEP, Project Manager Mobile Electric Power with the Army. We designed the system to highlight the MEP 831 3 kilowatt generator. By integrating that generator into a hybrid solution using battery systems and storage systems as the hub of the wheel, what we've taken is an inefficient system, fuel-based system, and turned it into a very efficient battery-based system. And what we've shown through third-party independent data is about an 82% fuel savings in the fuel that has to be transported out.
So good morning, I'm Jay Fuller. I'm with Cyber Broadband. We're a wireless internet service provider in Coleman, Alabama. We use wireless equipment that is in the ISM band. It's the unlicensed band. That's like 900 megahertz, 2.4 gigahertz, 5.7 gigahertz. It's the same type of frequency that like baby monitors were in, garage door openers, your old cordless phones. Those are all unlicensed devices too. We use that equipment to provide broadband to the rural and unserved areas, people that can't get cable, DSL, you know, the traditional forms of broadband. And our industry is the Wireless Internet Service Providers Association. So it's like a trade industry. Most of us who are operators, also vendors, are part of WISPA. And WISPA has done some great things over the years because we can rapidly deploy networks. One of those things that I'm here to talk about today is WECAT. WECAT was just formed a couple of months ago. It stands for the WISPA Emergency Communications Response Team. And that is like in 2005 and some earlier events, like when Katrina came to New Orleans, several of the WISP operators, we pooled equipment and they traveled to New Orleans and they were able to build wireless networks to cities that were adjacent to New Orleans to be able to get communication services back up and running. Like when New Orleans was hit by Katrina, the phone system, the building all got underwater, it all shorted out, it went out. And so the wireless operators restored connectivity by putting in like low voltage phones. I think these were the actual phones used in Katrina. But also to restore services to people like citizens who couldn't make calls, that type of thing. And it all happened again last year. I mentioned that I'm from Coleman, Alabama. We were one of the first cities hit by the tornado outbreak in April of 2011. It went right through the center of our town, and it went through and it destroyed a whole bunch of businesses and residents down one of our major thoroughfares, Highway 278. After that happened, of course, we were without power for days upon days. WISPA, the professional organization, sent down volunteers, generators, helped us rebuild our network, and then stayed around to help us restore services. We restored services to some banks that couldn't do transactions, pharmacies that I remember specifically that didn't have connectivity to validate prescriptions. We even helped out some schools that didn't have connectivity. So we had a list, kind of a clearinghouse, if you will, of people that needed service, and we restored links to them until the wired infrastructure was repaired, which took about 2 months. So to summarize a little bit, we all provide wireless internet. I want to point out WISPA brochure. This is a map here of all of the WISPs that are in the United States. Probably an old map, an outdated map. I think we have better coverage than that. But that is the core, the bread and butter of our industry. It's not just the operators, but it's the vendors as well. We're all on a mailing list. We all talk 300, 400, 500 messages a day. We're very active. And WISPA formed WCAT to better organize this process of disaster communications and disaster recovery. It is a nonprofit, and we're here to help. We realize we can do rapid deployments, and that's what we want to do. I'll turn it over to Alex now, who is one of the vendors that's been helping us with all this.
Thank you, Jay.
Environmental monitoring.
Joel. Hello, my name is Alex Frelichman. I'm with Accelera Broadband Wireless. We're equipment manufacturer, one of the pieces of the puzzle of successful WCAN. Some of our products are located on the table as a demo, so you could take a peek. What we do, we manufacture wireless solutions, wireless systems. Anything from short-range, low-density application, low-bandwidth applications, all the way to high-capacity, long-range backhauls. As Joel mentioned earlier, the question is when communications do go down, how quickly it takes to repair. With wireless technology, it's pretty quickly. It might take minutes, it might take hours, but it's not going to be days or weeks to bring the communications back up. So very often, wireless supplements wired infrastructure, works as redundant, or as the only available path to deliver last-mile communications. So Accelera specializes in microwave systems and WiMAX systems, as well as LTE. We can be found at accelera.com. All our contact and product information available there. And again, my name is Alex Frelichman, and I thank you for your time.